I don't know how to define pro streamer. I guess the best way to describe it is when I went full time. It took me a year to go full time because I was also in school. And so I put schooling on hold after about a year to focus on streaming. I don't know if I'd call myself a professional streamer. I don't really know what defines one as a professional streamer. I guess it's maybe when you're full time. I don't know. Proudcon, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you make money off of it, I guess you're a pro to some extent. Means it is your primary job, primary income. Yes, correct. Let's see. What do streamers plan for the long term? If Twitch dies or channel dies or your motivation wanes, what will you do so that you can build for retirement? So this part is going to change from streamer to streamer. It really depends. I've seen some streamers, you know, jump into streaming and have no fallback whatsoever. They're not putting any money away, or they're spending their money badly. They just have like no backup plans to work off of. I've seen quite a few people like that, but then there are some people that are much better at it. It just really depends on each streamer. I personally am starting up a retirement, but which I think all streamers should be doing, but not all of them do. Boosted Rogue, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you, Boosted. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Boosted. Like for example, I notice a lot of streamers tend to all move to California for some reason, and I feel like financially it's just not a great decision. Like some people are like, oh, you know, you should move to California, more opportunities and stuff. And if I move to California, given the opportunities I've been given in California, it wouldn't have even been close to being worth it. I would have wasted way more money moving to California for those opportunities than staying here in Arkansas and just living cheaply and saving my money. I don't understand why people keep moving to these really expensive places and like just up and moving to LA. I know it's fun and you have a lot of stuff to do. It's just financially, I just don't think it's a very good decision. Unless you are just rolling in moolah, but... For Nicholas, have a good night. So the next best place is Texas, and Texas makes a lot more sense because it's cheaper and the taxes are good. So streamers get taxed very, very hard. So Texas makes sense, and I feel like a lot of them are picking up on that and moving over to Texas instead of California. But I see streamers waste a lot of money in California for no reason. Why do they get taxed a lot? Streamers get taxed a lot mostly because they're self-employed. Most of them are not married. Most of them do not have kids. It's just, it ends up putting us in the worst possible tax bracket just because, you know, we're all young, self-employed people that are married and don't have kids. Like, we have nothing working for us tax-wise. So, yeah, we have, like, no tax breaks. So, yeah, our taxes are pretty harsh. Very harsh. And also someone's asking where my outfit's from. I don't know where my top is from because I've had this for a very long time and I can't for the life of me remember where I got it. This skirt that I'm wearing is just a normal black skirt. I think I got it in Korea. But I can't. It was a store that wasn't specific to Korea though. maybe it was H&M or something. Somewhere in Korea. But yeah, it might have been H&M. My mom asked you to spin with the skirt. Nice try. What's your internet connection speed? 30 up and 300 down. Hey, Siarhi. Why do you love skirts more comfortable? It's because I hate pants. I hate them so much. I would rather wear shorts or skirts. It's just pants feel like pant prisons. Now, or leg prisons is what I should say, pant prisons. I don't mind like leggings and things like that, but like jeans, things like that are really uncomfortable. They are the devil. Would it be okay to send you a DM on Twitch? I have a question to ask you. So the only way to contact me is really to send me a tweet. Yeah, that's pretty much the only way to contact me. Don't send an email to my business email. A lot of people do this without sending business inquiries, and that's my agency. I don't actually read anything from my business email, so just a heads up on that. What else was I gonna say? But if you want, I really recommend that you ask me in chat. You're gonna get a response right away. I don't know when I can get to you, and the only way to message me is a tweet. So just send it as a donation. Well, I mean, he doesn't have to do it in donation. He can ask in chat and I'll answer without him having to send money. But would you rather bits or sub gifts? Both are equally very helpful. So the thing with bits is I will get the full amount, but gifted subs, you know, Twitch takes a portion of subs. But with that being said, you know, sub count helps me a ton too in its own way. But so does bits, because it's just like money donation. So they're both helpful. Have you ever tried to get into computer programming / software development as a hobby? I have not. No, have not. Wait a sec. Why do I get only half from bits? I am partner 2. Wait. Wait, you only get half? So are you saying when someone donates you, say 1,000 bits, you only get 500 bits? Is that what you're saying? Are you guys allowed to Patreon? What, streamers? Yeah, streamers can definitely Patreon if they want to. I personally do not, but streamers can. Oliver, have a good night. Yeah, I did go to school for nursing prior to streaming. Bits are not 100%. I thought they were, because isn't the whole point, like, you know, if you buy, I can't check it on my own channel, but when you spend like $100, or sorry, maybe like $120 for like 100 bits, don't quote me on this, I don't know if that's the exact amount, like that extra like goes to Twitch, right? Obviously. And then the rest goes to the streamer, right? Right? Isn't that how it works? Okay, I think what people are misunderstanding is that when you send 100 bits to a streamer, it's $1, and I get that $1. It may have costed you more than $1 to get that 100 bits, but when you send 100 bits, it's $1. So basically, it's charging the person getting the bits, not the streamer. So, as opposed to say, if you donated me, I don't know, like $10 on PayPal, PayPal's gonna take a percentage, and then I lose a percentage from that $10 instead of a straight $10 from Twitch. But it'll cost you more to get that $10 in bits. So that's kind of how it works. As far as I know, there's some people in here saying Twitch takes a portion of the bits, but I'm pretty sure if someone sends you 100 bits, you get $1. Like, and that's it. I think it meant we paid $2 for 95 bits. Yeah. Now, the conversion, yeah, it's definitely different when people are buying the bits. But from my receiving end, you send me $1, I get $1. So. Oh, yeah, Toshimitsu. Pretty much. Yeah, that's how I always understood it. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Yes, Paul. And see, at first I never understood why Twitch took so much money, or like they charged so much for bits. But I can honestly tell you that I've been in a situation where someone donated fake bits before. Like, they found a loophole in the system and they fake donated to me like hundreds of dollars. And Twitch covered that for me for the mistake of having that loophole in their system. So that extra money that's getting thrown to Twitch, they use that to protect us from chargebacks or these situations where someone finds a loophole and gets like fake subs or fake donations. I know that sounds weird. It's very rare. Very rare. I've only seen this happen a couple times where someone did fake bits or fake subs, but it can happen. Again, very rare. I've only had it happen to me twice. Yeah, bits can't be charged back like donos. Correct. So bits are great because I'm personally protected. So even if they send me all these bits and then they charge back, Twitch is still going to make sure I get those bits. So you got a boyfriend? Nabi's my boyfriend. My oppa. Is that an Audio Technica mic? It's an AT2035. Did you get 36 kills on Apex Legends once? Shh, shh. I wish. I fucking wish. You're wearing roses? What's your favorite flower? My favorite flower... Yes, it's probably roses. I really like roses. If streaming suddenly ended, what do you think you would do? I might do something like, so I have 3 fallback options. One of them is to go back to school and be a dental hygienist because I really like teeth. 2, I could always go back into my mom's work, which is get homes ready to sell for banks. It's usually trust officers. Like, people will pass away and then you get the home like emptied out and cleaned up and ready to sell. And then 3rd, I have considered being a personal trainer. I've kind of played around with the idea because I really enjoy working out and weightlifting and stuff and helping people get their health back together. So that is something else that I've considered. So you're probably one of those things. I like working out, I like cleaning, and I like teeth. So thank you, Kaj. Yep. I think it's good. Definitely in streaming to have some fallback options because you never know what's going to happen to Twitch or your career personally on Twitch. Or a professional pinball player. You ever get bored of streaming sometimes? You know, I don't get bored, but I can get burnt out. So I may have times where I don't think bored would be the right term, but I might get burnt out. Usually something like this will happen not because I'm playing a game a lot, but actually because if I have a lot of streams in a row that are just super toxic, like the chat being toxic, it can kind of start to wear down on you and you're like, okay, I gotta go outside. I need to like talk with normal human beings and just go outside. and I'll usually feel a lot better. Phaedran, thank you for the 3 minds. Thank you. Like, focusing on my health and talking with people in the real world. Do you ever get burnt out of games? I can get burnt out on a game, but I think it's also hard to burn me out on stuff. Because, I mean, I streamed CSGO every day for like 2 years. So. Dang, Grumpus, that's insane. Wow. Make a funny face. I need to giggle. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any funny faces. So what you're saying is more CSGO. No. No, we have moved on from that. What got you into streaming? Ren recommended it to me, and I knew of Twitch because Ren used it a lot to watch people play League. He was really into League at the time. And for those of you who don't know, Ren is Rennie. He streams as well. He might even be streaming right now. But he got me into it, and I started doing it because I wanted to meet people that had similar interests, because I live in Arkansas. You don't really find people that play games or watch anime or any of that. Like anything in nerd culture, I guess you could say. So I started streaming to basically make friends and socialize with people while I was in college to become a nurse. Did you ever imagine that you'd be as big as you are now? Hell no. Do people notice you in real life and know who you are? I've had it happen a few times, but I don't get out much either. I've had it happen once at a store, once at a Best Buy, and another at a restaurant. ASMR today? No ASMR, but I will be doing ASMR tomorrow. Have you ever thought of a VR stream? I'm really worried about VR because I get vertigo very easily. I have thyroid problems, so it's very easy for me to feel sick. I have a friend who streams all the time but never gets any views. Any tips for streaming? So some of the top things that I would say, and this isn't a guarantee that it will get you viewers, because as I tell you guys, streaming's oversaturated. Way oversaturated in 2019. It's very hard to get noticed, even if you follow everything to a T as this like seemingly perfect streamer. It's just hard to get noticed right now. But I personally recommend to have a consistent schedule, stream at the exact same time almost every day. People need to know when you're going live. Don't just go live whenever you feel like it, because it's almost like you know how like you might wait for a TV show to come on TV. Maybe like the same thing. So you want to start at the same time almost every day. Be interactive with chat. I think most new streamers tend to do that. Do not call out people in the viewer list. I feel like some people that are just starting out streaming might be kind of obsessed with their viewer list, or like who new is coming into their stream. But if those people that are viewing are not saying anything, do not say anything to them. A lot of people like to lurk, and you could actually make them leave by talking to them if they have not spoken yet. So don't do that. And don't play any of the top games. Play something much smaller that still has a community. So to give you an example, when I very first started streaming, I did Binding of Isaac. Not to say that you should play Binding of Isaac or your friend or whatever, but you know, that was a game that wasn't like, you know, League of Legends at the time or any of those top games back then. But a lot of people knew what Binding of Isaac was, and it did have a community. So when I was streaming it, there was maybe only 5 to 8 streamers streaming it at any given time. So when people go to that game, they see you right away instead of having to scroll for like 5 minutes just to find you. So you want to be able to like make yourself able to be seen just by someone clicking on that section instead of having to scroll through the section, because a lot of people won't, and they'll just click the top people. So is there anything else? A decent quality cam, at least a Logitech C920, something like that, and decent quality mic. No one wants to listen to a really shit mic. Now I know some of you are going to mention a couple streamers that I know of that have bad mics, but they're really popular. that's, in my opinion, a very rare thing. Most of the time, people don't want to listen to a really shitty mic. I feel like it could play into your streaming personality if you're more of like a rager or something, like loud and yelling and stuff, and maybe a bad quality microphone could play that up. But most of the time, I'd say get a decent quality microphone. You don't need to get like a XLR hookup mic with an audio interface, but a decent quality mic on a headset is fine. Dead FKR. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Annyeong. Let's see, what mic do you recommend? Depends. Do you mean like for a starter streamer, or do you mean like kind of more my setup? Yeah, a USB mic is good to start off with. So something like I think a Yeti is USB, and it's not like terribly expensive, like breaking the bank levels of expensive. You use a Yeti. So a lot of streamers use them in the past. The AT2020 is really easy. You can just plug and play, it's USB. I personally didn't care for it because you have to speak very close to it. But, because I love XLR, but there's just no sense in going the XLR route when you're very first starting. Okay, Blue Yeti's USB, that's what I thought. So I'd say like a Blue Yeti or AT2020, or I can just use a headset mic. So back then, I was always super frustrated because expensive headsets were always super nice, but the mic quality was just garbage every time. I don't know if things have changed since then, since I haven't used a headset mic in a long time. Hopefully some of the more expensive headsets have better mics now. But do you use any EQ or compression or anything with your voice while you stream? I don't believe so. I don't know too much about my audio because I have someone that helped me set everything up, but I don't believe I have anything like that, like messing with my voice. They didn't change, and really expensive ones don't have a mic at all. Oh my god. You know, okay, so something really funny. I used to use the Turtle Beach PX21? Is that what it was called? The original headset that I used. I don't even know if they still sell those damn things, but okay. The headset itself is very, I don't know if it's cheaply made, but you could just drop it and it would just like disintegrate. But the mic on the Turtle Beach headsets for some reason are like, it was comparable to my AT2020, because when I switched from the headset mic on the Turtle Beach to the AT2020, people were like, I don't hear a difference. So I was like, well, what the fuck? It was a really solid mic in comparison to a lot of the shitty mics that were put on expensive headsets. So even though the Turtle Beach headsets like were not very durable, like for some reason the mics were surprisingly really solid in my opinion. So I don't know, your camera looks super good. Thank you. It's actually a DSLR. So there's plenty of headphones that are fragile, even expensive ones. Yo, but the Turtle Beach, they're like a whole nother level of fragile. If you guys have ever had a Turtle Beach, you know what I'm talking about. I have broken so many Turtle Beaches. If you can only stream for 4 hours, is it good to play 2 games in a stream? I mean, that's up to you. You can do 1 full game, or you can do 2 if you just... I used to have to do 2 per stream because I just got bored of doing 1 game during an entire stream. I just needed to change it up. That was me personally. Nowadays, I can get through a whole stream playing 1 game. I don't care. But in the beginning, I don't know if it was like my attention span or something, but I could only play a game for like a couple hours and then have to move on to something else. There are some videos on YouTube that go over mics for streaming and recording. Oh yeah, I bet there's tons of videos on it on YouTube. Back when I very first started, there was like no information on anything. It was all just... Or like with OBS, when I was setting up OBS, there was no information on it back then. You just had to like punch in numbers till shit worked. Assassin15, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Assassin. Couldn't use that on anyone, so thank you for using that on me. Thank you. $300 headset is fragile? Wait, what's a $300 headset? If you spend most of your time at home, don't you feel like you're missing out a lot in life, all the cool activities you can do? Okay, so what ends up happening is when I was younger, I always felt like that. I was like, oh, I need to be out with my friends. I need to go make friends and then hang out with them. I need to get out. I need to do all these things. And this is what I told myself when I went to events and stuff, like with a lot of streamers, you know, there was always party after party after party after party. It's like all this stuff going on, and I was like, I need to do this. I have to do this because everyone does this, and that's what makes me, it'll make me normal. And every time I went out and did shit, I always regretted it. I always would be there just thinking to myself, wow, I cannot wait to leave. And every time I went to these things, I'm just sitting there just waiting to leave. And then when I get back, I'm not even glad that I went. And this happened so much. I feel like maybe the last couple of years I've been like, okay, I'm done doing this shit, man. Like, I can't keep doing this just because I feel like I need to, because society tells me I should. If I don't like going to it, I'm not gonna go anymore. So yeah. And I mean, I do go out with people occasionally, maybe to the mall, maybe to a restaurant or something. But beyond stuff like that, like parties and hanging out with tons of people, like, it's just not, it never was my thing. It never probably will be. I just don't have the energy for it. And my social battery runs out very quickly by being around a lot of people. Do you drink alcohol? I don't. And that could be a reason why I feel like people use alcohol a lot with socializing. And since I don't really drink, I feel like an outcast a lot in a lot of these things. I feel like I don't enjoy them as much as everyone else because everyone else is drinking and having a good time, and I'm just sitting there like just watching people, and then I leave. Like, it's just not as enjoyable as it seems to be for everybody else. So Kudo, hi. Hello. Like, I meant activities like ice skating and snowboarding and camping, hiking. So first off, I used to ice skate. I haven't really been in a while. It's whatever. Snowboarding, I've never really had the desire to snowboard. Camping / hiking, I would never camp in my life, even though I'm from the South. Hiking, I'm fine with, and we do have hiking trails here. My mom and I might do some hiking together or something at some point. She likes hiking. But I'm just not really the type to just go out and do these things all the time. Camping equal rip me. Bugs. Yeah, I hate bugs. I hate them so much. I would not be able to survive camping. I don't know. I'm one of those people that I feel like I get more out of life by being home and, you know, cleaning and taking care of my own space and reading or working out at my house, or just keeping to myself is significantly more enjoyable. And I think that's okay. That's my personality. I used to think something was wrong with me when I was younger, and I would always force myself to go out and do things all the time. And I just could never relate with it. It never clicked with me. 6, hi. I think I had realized that I'm not shy, I'm just introverted, and I tire from people very easily. So if I go out and do something, I can only go out and do that one thing. I can't spend a whole day like doing a whole bunch of stuff. So When you have children, they force you to go outside. What then? Well, that's an entirely different scenario. What do you mean they want to go outside? I'll go outside. I'm not a vampire. I can go outside with them or take them to school or whatever. That's a whole nother thing. That's something I need to do for that child. But going out isn't something I need to do for me. Is Cookie the only BT21 plush you have? Yes, because Jungkook is my bias. So, and it was a gift to me from Ashi. But you're like that even with close friends? Wait, what do you mean? Like that with close friends? General, yeah. Like, it's fun once in a while, but I need a lot of me time too. I tire out very quickly. I saw them both a days they were in Chicago, so surreal seeing them with my own two eyes. Oh, you talking about BTS? I'm so jealous. I've been wanting to go to a concert, but the closest one I'd be to is Dallas, and it's always really hard for me to get tickets to them in Dallas. Children change the parents' lives always. Yeah, exactly. And you know, it could be another 10 years before I have kids, and that's a whole nother thing. Like, I'm sure me not wanting to go ice skating or snowboarding all the time isn't really gonna make that much of a difference. Like, me doing something for my kids is, like, if I have kids, is totally different than what I would do for myself. Oh, where's Wally? Thank you for the 15 months. Thank you. Thank you, where's Wally? From what Dizzy has said, her friends just go to her house. Dizzy, am I right? I've met up with friends before at the mall, but as of right now, most of my friends don't even live here. Like, they live out of state or even out of country. So when people visit, they stay at my house. And we usually just watch stupid videos or watch anime or, you know, eat my mom's cooking. We might go out to eat like a couple times. Go for walks or something, but that's really it. So, homeboy, well, good luck, man. Good luck. Let's see here. Sorry, scrolling up. Come to Coachella? I've never been to Coachella before. I don't know if I should. I might. I don't know. Is Ren an introvert too? He seems more like an extrovert to me, but if you asked him, he might actually, I don't know, he might actually describe himself as more introverted. But he hits me as a lot more extroverted than I am. Like, I think he tires out less quickly than I do, by far. How long have you been alcohol free for? My whole life. I just don't drink. Hot sauce, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the one in LA, right? Do you have a best friend? Yes, Alec is my best friend. $10 from Kizzle me. I just wanted to remind you how awesome you are. Big hugs. Oh, Kizzle, you're so sweet. Thank you for the $10 donation. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kizzle. Thank you. Thank you. Why is it you do not drink? Just a lot of bad experiences in my life related to drinking, and not me drinking, but the people around me drinking. So, like, I have like a stack of bad experiences, which I'm not gonna go down that road because it's kind of like a dark road to go down. But yeah. Mexican, I have not. I have not. Does Alec have a crab? He actually does not have a crab, but he has a big stuffed crab. Does that count? Why do people care whether she drinks or not? I don't know. I don't know. I seem to have quite a few people in here that are concerned as to why I do not drink and concerned as to why I do not go outside very much. If I feel that I need to go outside, I am a grown woman. I will go outside if I fucking want to, and I won't go outside if I don't want to. And that's pretty much the end of that. I don't really feel, if I feel like something needs to change, I'll take care of it. But as of right now, I'm fine. So, did you go to college? Yes. Yes. I was in college doing my prerequisites to get into nursing school before streaming. Do you like weed? I've never smoked weed in my life. Now, with that being said, I don't have anything against it. I don't smoke it because I have something against it. I just don't smoke it because I just don't. It's really it. You should smoke it. It's great. I'm good. I am good. I feel the same way about weed, not my thing, but you do you. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. I have nothing against it. If that's what you do, more power to you. You know, it helps a lot of people. I have just never had anything happen with me where I felt like I needed it. So... Any storms lately, Dizzy? Not really. It's definitely calmed down. We've gotten some rain. We got a little bit of rain from that hurricane that came up, but yeah, and not really too much. Since we're out of the spring, not really as many storms. Azopla, thank you. Thank you. Fasting green tea is the right way to go anyway. Well, at least that's what I'm doing right now. Green tea, love that. Fasting, I've never done fasting. I eat all the time. I am obsessed with eating. I have a problem, so I don't know if I could do fasting. Pixelated. I know what you mean. I remember being in San Francisco and I just smelled it everywhere, every corner. But I will say, it doesn't smell nearly as bad as cigarette smoke. Cigarette smoke smells horrible, like horrible. Weed is just kind of like, oh, that's weed. But when I get a whiff of it, but that's really the extent of that. Cigarette smoke is significantly worse, in my opinion. Were you a cheerleader in school or a bookworm? So I was homeschooled. So I guess a bookworm, but yeah, I didn't even have a choice. I don't know how you do it, Dizzy. Some questions on here would drive me crazy. Some of my friends always say the same thing. They were like, I don't know how you do it, but I'm just used to it. $10 from Kizzle Me. Hey Dizzy, look up. That's right. Look up to them stars and shoot for them. Oh, do you and be happy. We got your back. Kizzle. Kizzle, thank you. Thank you for the $10 donation. Been a lot of $10 donations tonight. Thank you so much, Kizzle. Much appreciate you as always. And let's see, Bari with the 46 months and Compton with the 2 months. Thank you. Thank you. Show your tomboy pic? Oh yeah, if anything, I was a tomboy. And I don't mean like, I was such a tomboy. Like boy. I was like this close to being trans. Like I was really tomboy. Pics? Yeah, I do have a picture actually. Let me see. I've shown this picture many times. You guys will know what I'm gonna show if you've been here quite a bit. Kizzle, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I am Warbringer, Quangers, let's see, Eva Shock, and is it Metalstab? And Pajama Party. Thank you, Kizzle. Thank you so much. Hi, gifted subs and also the donations. My heart. Thank you. Thank you. Such a sweetheart. More Insta pics needed. I do need to post more on there. You are definitely right about that. So this picture I'm about to show, as I said, I've shown it before, and it was like a side profile of me, and I was eating something, but I have like no pics from like my teenage years barely, so it's this picture. It's like I said, it's like one of the very few pictures I for some reason have of myself from back then. That's not you. Oh honey, it's me. Like, I don't know if you can see from my side profile. But yeah, that's me. I had short dark hair, oftentimes even dyed it black, and I'm even wearing a football shirt. So I was very boyish, very, very boyish. I didn't wear makeup. Yeah. Kizzle, thank you for the gifted sub to the Enforcer. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted sub. Welcome, the Enforcer. Welcome, welcome. And Darkstan, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Could use on anybody. So thank you for using that on me. Thank you. Still don't know what you're eating in that pic. It was an orange. I was eating an orange. Are you planning on becoming that person again? The old you? Not really. I'm a lot more feminine. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am a lot more feminine than I used to be. So the reason why I dressed that way back then was because I had not saying all tomboys are like this. This is just me and how I felt. I had no self-confidence to wear feminine clothing. I felt like I was kind of like ugly, and I didn't feel, I almost feel like I didn't even have the right to wear feminine clothing. I felt like it didn't look right on me. It felt like I was putting girl clothes on a boy. I felt like a boy. It was just a really weird time in my life, and so I never wore girl clothes because I thought they all looked bad on me and that I couldn't pull it off. So I just never did, and I just always wore shirts and pants, and that's it. I totally play house with that boy. What? Would you drop everything in your life and move to Japan if given the chance? Nope. I love Japan, but I also love where I live. I'm very happy with where I grew up, and I would actually rather stay here. When I'm in Japan, I love it, but I also miss home a lot. Flygoo, hi! And even though I still have a lot of self-confidence issues, I just kind of made myself dress in the way that I wanted to, but didn't really feel like I could pull off back then. After forcing myself to do it, after a while I started to get used to it, and now I prefer it. So, do you speak Spanish? I unfortunately don't speak any Spanish. But yeah, so that look, even though I was tomboyish, the whole thing happened because of just low self-confidence. Do you speak fluent cat? Sometimes I wonder. Did cosplaying help you feel more feminine? You know, in some ways, I think so. I learned how to do makeup a lot better because of cosplaying. Because I didn't really wear makeup back then, but I had to learn makeup in regards to doing cosplay, because I started cosplay around 16, maybe 16 years old. Yeah, Jagged, it really does. I'm Avenged, hi! Based on what you said about acclimating yourself to your look, do you think it would be the same with being outgoing? What do you mean? Like taking a shy person and turning them into an outgoing person by just forcing yourself to be outgoing? Is that what you mean? Because if so, you could say that that same thing happened to me, because I was homeschooled most of my life, so I was very shy. I didn't start forcing myself to open up to people until I was an assistant manager at a tea shop, and I was forced to talk with people all the time. And I became a lot more outgoing. What did not change, and I think what is unchangeable, is becoming extroverted. I am an introvert. I was a shy introvert. Now I'm more of like a outgoing introvert. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I can talk with people just fine. Doesn't bother me anymore. I don't care. I'll talk to anybody. But I'm introverted. I have a small social battery, and I tire easily from interacting with people. That is something that I think is just part of me, and I don't think that can be changed. Personally, I think you can become outgoing from being shy, but I think it's much harder to become an introvert, or be an introvert and become an extrovert. I think that's a lot harder to do, if it's even possible, because I have not been able to do it. Are you not happy with your original dirty blonde hair? I just like it lighter than what my hair naturally is. My hair is naturally like a dark, dirty blonde, but I like this where it's lighter. So. Yeah, I don't know. I just get worn out by people, and it never changed. Even interacting with people all the time, I would go out all the time, or at events. I just tired so easily. Like, I hang out with people for 2 hours and I'm like, I need a nap. I can't. I have to go back home or go back to my hotel and nap. Or else I'm going to go insane. Do you know any French words? Bonjour. That's really all I know. Merci. Have you ever learned how to become an extrovert? Let me know. I will. Trust me. If I am able to do that, I will tell you. But I just, for some reason, I just don't think it's possible. I have tried and tried and tried. And if I tire from people, I tire from people. I don't think I can take myself where, you know, people tire me and put me in a place where people energize me. I just don't think that's possible for me. I would be very curious to see if anyone was able to become an extrovert from being an introvert. Do you do Twitch full time? Yes, I do. Yeah, the enforcer, for sure, for sure. And basically, from going from shy to extrovert, or sorry, shy to outgoing is probably more like what I'm talking about here. It was a fake it till you make it kind of deal. And how this actually happened was because I'm very outgoing and obnoxious around Ren, right? And I was very shy, but I was very outgoing, it's seemingly around Ren, because I knew him for a long time. And the tea shop that I ended up working at saw that, and they were like, wow, you're so outgoing and you're so funny and you're so, like, you're all over the place. They were like, we love that, we want to hire you. And that's how I got my job. And I was like, this is awkward, because I'm actually an extremely shy person and I don't like talking with random people. But because they hired me, because they thought I was outgoing, I had to fake it. And I ended up coming out of my shyness by doing that for 2 years. So I really believe in the fake it till you make it kind of thing. Do any people in your life energize you? Maybe my mom? I mean, just people in general just don't energize me. Just make Ren work there too. Sort of push you to break a shell. Yeah. Yep. Rennie gets the dizzy party started. It's just because him and I, when we interact with each other, we're like very obnoxious and seemingly outgoing. But he's outgoing. I am not. Or wasn't. So you lied in order to get a job. I did not lie. They saw how I interacted with Red and just thought I was just this full of energy, sunshine, outgoing, crazy person. So that's what I got hired for. I never claimed to be that way. They just said that they liked my energy and me talking with people and like just the way I interacted with people. I don't know. So how do you try and get a former good friend who's a super introvert to come out and hang some time dealing with this now? Oh god. This reminds me of when I was a young teenager, and I did have some friends back then, and they would try to get me to go out to the movies with them. They try to get me like to go out, and I was very depressed and I refused. Of course, this is a little different. This is like more like depression. I was also introverted, but also depressed, and I always turned them down to the point that they stopped contacting me. God, it's so hard to get those types out of the house because I know I personally did that to people for a long time. I did that many years where I turned people down, where I feel like I should have. I wouldn't take offense to it. I don't know if I'd give up on them either. I don't know, it is an iffy situation. It can be hard to get them out. It depends on what they're going through, what's going on. Michael Murder, hi. Skygrasser, you have a good night. Thank you. And you could also go to them. That's a really good point that someone mentioned in chat is sometimes I just don't want to go anywhere. And, you know, I've had people come here to me, to my house, to spend time with me. And I know, gosh, I know that sucks. Like, why can't we just go to the movies or like go out to eat? But, you know, you could always just go visit them and spend time with them. I know I appreciated that when people would visit me at my house while I had these things going on. Because it just, I don't know, depending on their situation, it can sometimes just take so much energy to go outside. Sounds like your friends really cared about you but got tired of trying. Which I think is a kind of a natural reaction. I mean, you keep inviting people out and they keep declining. You start to wonder, like, I wonder if they just don't like me anymore. They don't want to hang out with me anymore. And, you know, tend to, like, eventually just stop inviting that person. I wasn't trying to push them away, but, you know, I had my own problems, so, like, it didn't have anything to do with them. Interesting conversations we're having tonight. I hope any of that information helped someone in chat. So Dizzy, can you hold up a good conversation? I try. I don't think I'm the best conversationalist or anything, but let me tell you, when I go to events, I talk with hundreds of people I've never met before. So I just get used to the small talk and the introducing and talking with people that you've never met before over and over and over and over and over. You just get better at it. Damn, Harmless, really? You actually spoke in front of a lot of people? I have spoken on stage before, yeah. Something I never thought that I would be able to do. You should start a podcast. Dang, you think so? Me and Scrubbing have been talking about like some sort of podcast type of thing. We don't know what it would be about. I actually wanted to do an anime podcast, but Scrubbing thinks a more like in general podcast might be a little bit better, just because like only some people are weebs. But I really like talking about anime, so I miss doing an anime podcast with like Waffle and Whoops. I miss it a lot. Dizzy's roasting her chat. Wait, what do you mean? Roasting my chat? Wait, what did I say? Do you read manga? I do, yes. Jammer, so most streamers tend to meet people to date. Usually it's other streamers, but they might meet them at events and stuff like that. Streamers tend to date other streamers a lot of the time because it's a very weird job, and most normal people, it might be hard for them to understand. How were you able to talk to Waffle? Did you change your schedule? Wait, how was I able to talk? Wait, do you mean like the podcast? Because we did the podcast at night. So I didn't change my sleep schedule at all. He was just streaming really late. He was doing like really long streams. So, Insufferable, thank you for the 220 bits. Thank you. Thank you, Insufferable. Appreciate it. Thank you. What's your favorite thing to do when you're socializing with friends in real life? Going out to eat. By far, my favorite thing to do is to go to a restaurant. I just love food. And I love eating food with people. I don't know. I just love enjoying food with people. So that's my favorite thing to do. I also like going for walks with people. So sometimes if I have someone over, like I like to go for walks and talk because I like the fresh air and just talking. And you have no distractions, right? Like if you're out on a walk, most likely that person's not on their phone. I hope not. And you know, there's no computer, TV or anything. It's just easier to focus on the conversation, have meaningful conversations. You work out at night? Yes. I do work out at night. I work out like 2, 3 in the morning. Actually, it's already 2 in the morning now. No, not like to eat people. I like to eat with people. Food for me is more enjoyable to eat with people. Anyway, I should probably see who is streaming tonight. Texting when you try to talk to them is rude. Yeah, I don't like people being on their phone. It's okay if they are a little bit, like I get it, but if they're on their phone most of the time, it's kind of annoying. It feels like not all their attention's on the conversation and they're just like barely taking in the conversation and focusing whatever's on their phone. Okay, well, I am gonna go ahead and head off of here. It's 2 in the morning. I'm gonna eat, and I gotta be up early tomorrow to go take care of some, like, I gotta make sure the water and everything gets turned on at the new house and all that good stuff. So, I will see you guys later. Thank you all so much for subs, donations, everyone who watched and followed. I have a link to my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube all down below my profile if you guys want to follow me on anything. And I will be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. I don't know what we're playing. We could do more Peach Ball if you guys really liked it. We could do more of that. And I don't know. I'll come up with something to play. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow at the normal time, 8 p.m. Central. Hopefully, I have like a sponsorship kind of call thing before my stream. Hopefully it doesn't run late. Hopefully it won't be late. But I'll let you guys know on Twitter. I'm gonna host Ranny. He's playing Apex. So you guys didn't get to see me play Apex, so if you want, you can watch him play Apex. Alright, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.